I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. The best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
We are live in Springfield, Missouri, the beautifully refurbished Metter Park, home of the Grip and Rip Baseball League until the Labor Day break at least, and then we're scheduled to come back here in October for the Howard Bell Trophy Championship game. We've got a good one on tap here between the Republic Locos and the Moon City Mavericks. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Rance Berger. My partner for this one, Harrison Broadstreet. And Street, this one at least is going to start out as a tasty matchup between a couple of veteran right-handers. We've got Jon Bortz taking his warm-up throws for the Republic Locos. Joe Juarez, the starter today for Moon City.
Yeah, it's some guys that are consistently competing. You know, Bortz is one of those guys that we see come out, and he competes every time he's out there. He's got a funky delivery. He makes it tough on the hitters. And me personally, I've been hit by Bortz, I think 4 or 5 times. So I'm kind of hoping he gets lit up here a little.
Sometimes that occurs when the breaking ball doesn't break. So yeah, Jon Bortz, one of those guys, as we've seen more than a few right-handers who throw sliders out here. Yeah, that happens sometimes. So Moon City will lead off. It'll be Chase Cruz, then Brady Welsh is the shortstop. Joe Juarez, the pitcher, bats third. Michael Barnes will play first base and bat fourth. Then it's the extra hitter Tony Lewis, followed by Joe Emery in center field, Adam Barton in left, Devin Phillips behind the plate. Carter Rennie is playing second base today, and Sam Hornberger's in right field. Big roster update for the Mavericks. They are without their usual starting pitcher Ryan Cram today, who's recovering from a medical procedure, but I understand that was somewhat planned and is all going well, so he's going to be out of action today. So it's Joe Juarez getting the start on the hill. And a little bit of shuffling around for Daniel England, starting Chase Cruz today at third base, moving Tony Lewis to the EH spot. Now, before we get underway, well, I tell you what, we're waiting on umpires. That is the deal. So it's the same crew we had in the previous game, but the lineup will change a lot. So Charlie Foley is going to take off the chest protector, go out to the field, and John Broyles is going to be behind the plate. So with that, we'll use the opportunity to tell you how the Locos line up defensively. It's going to be Jared Fox behind the dish. Left to right across the infield, rookie Caleb Kaufman is the third baseman. Tyler Collison starts today at shortstop. Tommy Berg makes his first GRBL start at second base. The first baseman is David Rodriguez. Zach Ralph starts today in left field. Trent Simpson, the franchise player, is in center field. And the right fielder is Kanan Greer. So kind of love, we saw a couple of odd delays in the first game, so let the record reflect. We were ready to go.
On time.
The umpires weren't, but that's okay. They've got to get the gear on and get going.
This was brought to my attention last week watching the Locos play. If you squint your eyes, all of their infielders look the same. They're all kind of built basically similarly.
Saying Mesa was going for the athletic build, I think is the way to say that.
I think so. Yeah, he got a bunch of guys that could run through a wall and feel the ground ball. So I'm interested to see a lot of new guys on the infield here.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Collison obviously played last year. Shaking the little Murph nickname now? Has he broken away from it?
We kind of decided, he came back. He just looked less like Clay Murphy than we remembered. He's changed the facial hair out. That's grown out a little bit, and then wearing the hat differently, and then the pants. That's the big one. Is Clay Murphy's always been a high socks guy. Collison's wearing the full length pants, and I just. We had that discussion in the press box. It was like, man, it doesn't feel right because he just doesn't look like Clay Murphy like he used to.
Yeah.
So you know, the player formerly known as Lil Murph, I think, is still fair game.
Yeah. That's a mouthful, though.
It is. That's a lot to spit out,
pitches,
especially
yeah,
you know with a live ball and all that. So we'll probably just go with Collison when we're in a hurry, and player formerly known as Lil Murph for a slowdown or a stoppage of some sort.
Waiting on umpires for any reason.
Yeah, that's a good example. But no, interesting. Collison going with the full length pants, but we got high socks guys on the right side with David Rodriguez has always been a high socks guy.
Yep. Good to see David back. Missed him last week.
Yeah, he was understand just on a family vacation, so that was planned, and the Locos won the game 6-5. But you know, first of all, good guy to have you know veteran presence defensively on your infield, but second of all, good bat to have in the lineup.
Yeah. Especially with this year, the playing at Meta early on in the season, the home run definitely comes more into play. And I think you can see it in a lot of guys' swings. You can see a lot of guys, it's in the back of their mind. We're getting a lot of pop-ups this year. But you know, hopefully if we talk about it enough, they'll hit one today.
You know, and Harrison, you've been living it, so I feel good asking this question. I feel like you know balls in play across the league are generally up. You know, we're seeing fewer strikeouts, and we're seeing more balls put into play. That creates, of course, more opportunities for hits, but you know, also more opportunities for mistakes. That's just a reality of at the level we play at. So, you know, we've seen that a couple times now, where you know teams are you know get them on, get them over, bring them home. Maybe a little bit more small ball than we're accustomed to, but yeah, you know, occasionally a guy's going to go ahead and swing out of his shoes too.
Yeah, I think I think a lot of these guys are starting to see each other more often, so they're starting to get more scouting reports on pitchers. And a lot of the pitchers in this league come out and attack you early. So if you're and there are a lot of hitters in here that like to swing early in counts. So I think that offensive production is at a premium and could potentially keep going up with this new field.
90 degrees here, our game time temperature. Feels like 95. Thank you to that 49% relative humidity, and blessed be the 8-mile-per-hour wind out of the north. Although I don't know, you were on there playing it. Did it feel like much of a breeze?
No. that new turf just eats everything up.
It soaks in the heat. That's what I try to tell people, and
goodness.
It's unless you've gone out there and walked around on it, you really can't describe for the folks at home what it's.
And there's no escaping it. I mean, it is when you step between the lines, it's just heat. You can't get away from it. And it adds, I mean, I think the turf adds about 10 degrees.
Yeah, and it's what's interesting too, even like for the night game, the sun goes down and that air temperature should drop a little bit. We're going to be probably at in the upper 70s by the time we get out of here today. That'll feel great. But yeah, that turf holds the heat, so it'll still feel like it's 90 for the guys down on the field.
Yep.
So the throw down to second from Jared Fox is away, and Jon Bortz is finally going to be ready to go, facing Chase Cruz, rookie from Springfield, Kickapoo High School guy, getting it started. He is 0 for 2 thus far in his GRBL career. Recruited in, I believe, by none other than Tony Lewis from the Bank of Missouri. That is where Chase works.
Another banker.
That's what we need, right? More finance guys in this league. Here's a called strike. First pitch from Jon Bortz away at 3:13 p.m.
I think we need to start breaking out stats by profession.
It's definitely a thing. Brock Chaffin was talking to me last Sunday night about our influx of beef cattle farmers. Seems to be. He was asking if we were recruiting at the feed store. I told him, of course we are. We need tough guys, man.
Yeah, well, I think that takes a cake. We don't need accountants. We need beef farmers. I like the strategy from Tony.
There was definitely... As the 1-1 to Cruz is a called strike. I remember my first year was 2018, so third season of the league, and I felt like it was just all PE teachers and bankers. That was the league in a nutshell. I'm glad to see we've diversified a little. Swing and a miss there. Jon Bortz gets the strikeout. He is actually in the pet food game. So Jon Bortz, his job title, I believe, is food safety manager. Oddly enough, he worked with human food for from the time he moved to Missouri from Wisconsin, but just had an off-season job change, so now he's in dog food.
That'd be awful to just have to try and taste all that dog food all day and then come and play out here. I don't know how he does it.
He's a tough guy. First pitch to Brady Welsh is a swinging strike.
Going back to the PE thing, though, I think for the majority of baseball players that went on to college, it was either you were becoming a teacher of some sort, or I guess you were becoming a banker.
There's a pop-up. If that stays on the surface, Jared. Oh, never mind. Oh, did that go through?
I think it might have got an unlucky fan there.
Oh, goodness.
Give that kid 2 quarters.
It's going to be 10-2. They're going to try to go grab him some ice straight away.
Well, you hate to see it. It is one of the dangers of a baseball game. Flying objects.
We do have the awning here, but yeah,
that's a tough shot.
I think he's going to be all right.
Yeah, I think he's.
It's one of those things too. When you're in a crowd, pride's going to be injured just as much as the bump from the baseball.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't help having every single eye in the stadium on you, trying to work through that.
He's going to fight it off. So Welsh is back in. Jon Bortz goes from the midsection. The 0-2 is popped way up. Caleb Kaufman, the third baseman, camps out underneath it and makes the catch for the second out. Get him some ice. Next to Suckers manager Courtney Spitz trying to cool down. Went and got the guy some ice. That's good.
That's great. He didn't even get the ball though. Some other kid got that foul ball. They're vultures out here. They'll do anything for a quarter. That is great.
Those 50-cent fouls have raised the stakes. Here's Joseph Juarez. Had a great season opener. The comeback is afoot for him. He was 3 for 3, 3 singles, and he walked twice. So
all right.
OBP spotless.
See if he can get something going here with 2 outs.
Bortz ran that one way in. It is 1-1. So Jon has sort of gone away from the full wind. He has worked every game here in 2024 as a stretch exclusive pitcher.
Sometimes you just need to simplify. Just need to cut down the motion, get rid of all the extra stuff, and just get the ball to the plate. A guy like Bortz, if he can just get guys, he's a guy that if you can just get guys to make contact, as you see, it's not going to be hard. A lot of it's going to be weak pop-ups, weak ground balls.
Doesn't find a lot of barrels. There's a 2-strike pitch to Joe Juarez for a strikeout, though. So Bortzy's got 2 Ks. And we will head to the bottom of the first. Back right after this. It is Grip and Rip Baseball, live and free all day long on YouTube. Big thank you to Henry's Towing, our title sponsor. When you're stuck on the side of the road, you got to make the call. You got to let Henry do it.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are gonna feel awesome!
Joe Juarez about to make his first start on the pitcher's mound in 2024 for the Moon City Mavericks out of Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Has done a little bit of everything throughout his career in the GRBL. Glad to see Joe back out here, rather, I should say, after taking a little bit of a furlough. And he spent some time to specialize shuttling his kids around to soccer matches and baseball tournaments, I think. But after some careful deliberation in the Juarez family, Joe back out here doing his thing.
Actually got to see, actually ran into him last night at the comedy club. He was there seeing a show. So got to talk to him a little bit and pick his mind about how he feels about being back in the league. And obviously after hearing how his week 1 was. He's ecstatic to be back and playing.
Yes, I think Daniel England was ecstatic about it too.
Yeah, no, that was and to Mr. Juarez's point here, he didn't even mention his stat line from the first week.
No,
so I'm very impressed. After hearing it just now, I'm impressed that
he's not a big trash talker historically. He's as long as he has been out here, he has still managed to hang on to that "oh gosh darn, I'm just happy to be here" mentality of a young guy.
Yep.
Here's Zach Ralph, knows a thing or two about that. That's Juarez fanned him there. Joe's got he's got a fastball slider change in the arsenal. Zach Ralph was 1 for 3 for the Locos week 1. Also drew a walk.
It's a nice little piece of hitting right
Make
there.
it 2 for 4 for the campaign. Settling back and driving it. For the Mavericks, that's not what you want to see. They're without Ryan Cram, like I said, so his pitching staff a little bit shorthanded. I don't know. We could see the kitchen sink by the time this one's over for Moon City.
Yeah, those Johnny Holstaff games can get interesting.
Got some arms. I would suspect probably see Adam Barton get some work on the hill for this one is over, and I made sure Daniel England knew that yes, he is the manager, but he can insert himself in play.
I'm hoping for that. If I can get anything out of this game today,
a Dan England on the mound day. Yeah.
My goodness.
Pitch to Trent Simpson is outside there. Suarez nibbling a little bit.
Yeah, that's a tough feeling. You get the leadoff guy up, and then you get one of the most aggressive hitters in the league, a guy who can hit it anywhere on the field in Trent. And then, you start, it gets a little hotter on that mound. It's 95, but for Mr. Juarez, it feels about 105 right now. Oh, what a great jump.
Yeah, Zach Ralph timed that beautifully. Juarez off the mound, couldn't glove it, and Trent Simpson's going to hustle to first base safely, so nobody out and 2 on. Locos starting the party here.
And we'll see now, because now that's runner gets a great jump, you kind of bobble the ball, you get the leadoff hitter, you get the second hitter up. Now this is a pretty important batter here.
It's Jared Fox, the Republic catcher, back with the team after a few years away as a member of the Branson Showmen. Last played for the Locos in 2021. 1 for 4 on the year. Well, never mind. He's now 2 for 5. That's going to add to the RBI total as well, as Zach Ralph motors for home. Throw gets cut off.
Oh, no.
And then, oh no, a mistake. But Simpson's going to opt to stay put.
They got lucky there. They got away with something there.
So nonetheless, an RBI base hit for Jared Fox. And it is 1-0 Locos.
Yeah, I mean, he's pitching to contact. He's being efficient. But, sometimes they just find gaps.
Rodriguez will bat here. Locos are going to run for Jared Fox. Apparently some debate over who the runner is supposed to be. Scott Wilson.
Saw a picture of that man with a cow today.
Yeah, speaking of the beef cattlemen, that's one of them, Scott Wilson, and it is not a small family farm either. He's running a big commercial operation over in Miller, Missouri. There's a called strike to David Rodriguez.
I would not throw that pitch to David again.
You can get away with it maybe.
Oh, man.
When he just wants to look at one. That was a slider on the outer half.
Good pitch right
David looked back to do the old... Yeah, okay. Another breaking ball, and that is lifted in the air center field. Emery charging in. Oh, he misjudged. Oh,
no.
Goodness, this is trouble. 1 run will score. This is going to bring in another. It's going to be a 2 RBI.
Oh.
Well, maybe. Oh, no, Phillips can't hang on. So Wilson scores, and then Rodriguez advances up to third. Locos have it firing, and the wheels just falling off here for Moon City in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, the skipper, somebody's got to call timeout. Somebody's got to get everybody's. Mavericks are kind of all over the place right now, and not even they're not playing bad ball. They're just catching bad breaks right now.
That's very rare to see a fielder of the caliber of Joe Emery just misjudge the landing point like that.
Yeah, the field. You know, the new field woes continue. Trying to figure out how things are going to bounce, how things are going to play.
So 3-0 is the score. Caleb Kaufman sends that one left side. Welsh threw off the bag, but Michael Barnes able to adjust and step on it to get the out. So 1 down. And what is quickly turning into a long first inning. Oh, we saw Moon City do this a week ago. Spotted the Ozark Mountain Ducks 8 runs in the first. Just, if I'm Daniel England, I'm maybe thinking about changing up the old pregame routine at this point.
You gotta eat something different before the game. You gotta change the underwear. You gotta do something.
Bring in a motivational speaker or a confetti cannon or something.
Yeah, they're gonna have to, you know. Basically, they're gonna have to stop giving up so many runs and start scoring more runs, I think.
Carter Rennie handled that one and got it over to Juarez, who covered the bag in time off the bat of Andrew Meyer, but it does plate David Rodriguez. The old 4-1, don't see that very often, as Michael Barnes broke over, thinking he had a play on the ball. So it is now 4-0 to the Locos' favor.
See, I'm just saying, if those guys didn't have numbers on, you wouldn't be able to tell who those two guys were.
Oh, Meyer and Kaufman?
They're the same,
yeah.
I mean, it's the same, it's the same guy.
Meyer and Kaufman, for sure, same body type. And then Kanan Greer there, leaning on the dugout rail, not far off either. He's a couple inches shorter, but yeah, you raise a good point. Called strike there to the player formerly known as Lil Murph, native of Hartville, Missouri, Tyler Collison. Swings and grounds this one. Second baseman Rennie's going to have to hurry, but it's over there to Barnes in time for the out. So
just need to get that first one.
Big one comes early. Republic Locos lead this one 4-0. We head to inning number 2 right after this. It is Grip and Rip Baseball, live and free all day long on YouTube.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
Jon Bortz, got to be feeling good about going back out there now with a 4-run lead to protect as we get ready to start the top of the second inning. Republic Locos lead the Moon City Mavericks 4-0. 2 RBI double off the bat of David Rodriguez, a highlight in that first inning for the Railmen. The Michael Barnes, Tony Lewis, and Joe Emery for the Mavericks, so nice opportunity for Joe in particular to go right at a little bit of redemption. Love sometimes Jon Bortz on that that fall off the mound little thing he does to sort of it's almost like a secondary finish.
Yeah, that I truly think Bortz is so efficient because before you see the ball, you see all 3 of his elbows and 2 knees coming at you before he releases that thing. So it's hard to track a lot of the time.
Here's Michael Barnes. Bright spot for the Mavericks in a 10-9 loss to Ozark Week 1. He was 3 for 5 with a run batted in. Also pitched a couple of innings, so I'd imagine we'll see Mikey B on the hill before this one is done. Looked at a called strike 1.
Ooh.
Up the middle. Oh, that hit Bortz. That may actually play to Johnny B's favor to get hit right. No, I can't tell if that caught shoe or shin or what, but
he kick saving a beaut.
Jon Bortz, Soccer Styles one.
Well, when things are rolling your way, they continue to roll your way.
Even the bad bounces find a way. So here is Tony Lewis. Back-to-back bankers this inning. Harrison as Michael Barnes is a Bank of Missouri guy, and then here's, of course, bank president Tony Lewis. Looking for his first hit of 24.
Hitting the president has to bode poorly for your standing in the leagues, right?
It's probably ill-conceived, yes. What on earth was that?
I don't know. Bortz didn't even make an attempt.
Well, he's got to think. Okay, that looked. If that was what I thought it was, that was a 1,000-yard stare in the direction of the plate umpire, Jon Bortz. And this crew showed off that it was not afraid to let someone go for arguing balls and strikes into the noon game. I'm not sure if Jon Bortz saw that, but may want to think twice about his body language there.
I don't have a comment on any of that.
Smart man. Well, that's an organizational matter, and you're just a cog in the machine.
Hey, you know what? I got yeah. Umpires are umpires.
Absolutely. Ball 2 strikes to Tony Lewis. Jon Bortz staying aggressive. Got him upstairs. Down goes El Presidente.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll see if we can set a grip and rip record for players tossed in a weekend.
No, please no. Please no. It's too much paperwork to do later here. I'm not interested.
Paperwork?
Somebody's got to keep track of these things, you know?
Fair enough.
So here's Joe Emery out of Truman State. Was 2 for 4 in the opener. Also drew a walk, so 600 the OBP, but it's his first look at Jon Bortz here in 2024. Looked at a called strike. Swung on, lifted way into the parking lot. Truman State University markets itself as the Harvard of the Midwest.
It's a bold statement.
Does that make Hannibal LaGrange like the Brown or the Dartmouth?
No, I think it makes it closer to a Vatterott. Maybe an OTC. What's another dying financial institute?
Well, let's see. I think Vatterott is deceased. If you're bringing up colleges not with us anymore.
Yeah, that's.
I think DeVry is still around.
It's weird getting alumni donation letters from a school that will be closed in 2 years.
Well, you know, I just need enough dough to make it to the end. It's kind of like when you make that last gas station stop on a road trip. You still like to, stop and maybe get a drink or something, right?
Yeah, but still having to pay my loans after that institute seems crazy.
Always fun.
But yeah, Harvard of the Midwest. Truman is actually a very nice institute.
It is it's a very good academic school. As Emery goes down on strikes, that is 4 strikeouts this game for Jon Bortz, who is putting a little something together. We will go to the bottom of the second. Republic Locos lead the Moon City Mavericks 4-0.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Tonight at 6 on Baseball Night in the Ozarks, it'll be the Ozark Mountain Ducks taking on the Branson Showmen. Joe Juarez back out to work for City. Scheduled to face the, let's see, this will be 8, 9, and 10. So Jon Bortz, Tommy Berg, and Kanan Greer for the Locos here in the bottom of the second.
Well, the Mavericks are going to have to figure something out. They're going to need to turn something around. Maybe they need to switch sides of the dugout. Take some change out of their pockets.
A little something, something. Making sure, yeah, they are aligned as they started. So Joe Juarez up on the rubber. Fires home to Jon Bortz. Misses wildly in. It's Jon Bortz trying to help his cause a little bit. Not, you know, for a guy who predominantly pitches, not a bad hitter.
Yeah.
3 for 10 a season ago. That's hitting 300.
Yeah.
He was 0 for 0 with a walk in the opener, so the on-base percentage quite good.
Yeah, you can when you can cover both batters' box with your swing, you.
It's definitely got reach. Bortz goes right around 6'5". There's a slider grounded into play. Shortstop Brady Welsh up with it for Moon City. His throw across the diamond in time, and Jon Bortz's on-base percentage falls to 500.
There, that first out, that's the hardest one to get for them. So we'll see if we can have a 1-2 inning, 1-2-3 inning here for the Mavericks.
Batter here is going to be Tommy Berg, sponsored by Diamond W. Their slogan, "You want the beef? Come get the beef."
Ah, one of our cattlemen.
Because, of course, we definitely need more beef.
Yeah, I think the more beef we have in the league, the better.
Make the tailgate parties better anyway. That's in the air, and that's a base hit for Tommy Berg, just in front of Joe Emery, the center fielder. So the kid from Reed's Spring is on with a base hit. Tommy's first hit as a rookie. Got in as a defensive sub last week, but didn't get to bat. So there you go. They should have been batting him the whole time.
Looks like it.
Here's Kanan Greer, native of Steelville, Missouri. Now lives in Springfield, wasting no time at the first pitch. Welsh shovels to Rennie for 1, and they're going to turn to the 6-4-3.
All right, Mavericks doing a little work now.
You like the glove shovel?
I do like the glove shovel. I'm a big glove shovel guy.
There you go. So we will step aside, come back for the third. 4-0 is the score. Locos out in front of the Mavs.
Your local hot seat dealer is an expert with hands-on cleaning knowledge to help you select the ideal pressure washer for your job. Take confidence in knowing you have a resource for all your cleaning needs. Service can be scheduled in-house or on location by a factory-trained technician using genuine hot seat parts. Be sure to ask about scheduled maintenance plans, as well as a variety of accessories to clean more efficiently. And don't forget the soap. We have detergents for every cleaning need and have a bulk delivery program. Customized wash bays and mobile cleaning systems are also available. Build a partnership where you're a name, not a number. Contact your local hot seat dealer to see why nothing cleans like a hot seat.
Johnny B, Jon Bortz, back to the hill he goes. It'll be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters this inning for the Mavs. Adam Barton, Devin Phillips, and Carter Rennie scheduled to go. Rance Berger alongside Harrison Broadstreet, and now, yeah, we've got a full-grown wasp here in the press box. This could be very interesting indeed, Harry.
Yeah, Harrison Broadstreet might not be on the on the stream for much longer. Rance has a legitimate reason to be concerned. Rance is allergic.
Yeah.
I am not. I am just a scaredy cat.
I'll say, yeah, if I get hit, I'm going to urgent care, and you got to take us home. So let's try
I don't think anybody ultimately wants that. So
yeah, for the sake of everything, let's try to just Hope our little buddy doesn't cause much trouble. We can get that taken care of. So, meanwhile, back at the baseball game, Adam Barton walks to the dish. Hillcrest High School kiddo, second year in the GRBL. 2015 Springfield Leadoff Club Dave Dickensheet Pitcher of the Year. But really, as a rookie with the Nixa Suckers in 2023, was used predominantly as a position player. Play a couple spots on the infield, and he's playing left field today for City. But he was 6 for 14 a season ago. He is 0 for 1 and has been hit by a pitch thus far on the sophomore campaign. I am going to make myself a fly swatter. Stay with it, Harrison. We're professionals here. There we go. Barton back in. There's the wasp.
I just don't want to be...
We're going to get it to the glass.
Get him!
Oh, no. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Oh, I missed.
Oh, no.
Oh,
we're pissing his friends off. Oh, no.
I winged him. Okay.
There's another one in here, too.
Why won't it die? How did we get two?
There's another one there.
What is that here? You take the swing. All right. So Adam Barton was retired. How did that out happen, Derek? I missed it. Oh, no. You just... I think we're back. Sorry. We lost power. We're back. All right. I don't know what happened to Adam Barton, but he's out. I can tell you that.
You're alive,
let me turn you back on. There you go. Say that again. I'm alive. Can you
You're alive.
Confirm to the folks at home that I'm alive?
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily matter what happened to Will Barton. You're here to call another play.
Apologize to the Barton family watching at home.
We'll pay extra attention to his next at bat.
Just going to write out on the scorecard. Batter here is Devin Phillips. Oh, after all that excitement, now we just have to watch the ball game.
Yeah, that was
something.
My blood's pumping again.
How did we get a second wasp?
I don't know. But I'm glad you found it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming in and finishing off the double play there.
Yeah, see, normally I would have just ran. I'm not a person that stands and fights wasps.
Got to fight that fear, Street. Got to fight that fear.
Since you said we're professionals here and told me to put my headset back on, and I felt like a big old wimp. So
nothing in 2-pitch. Grounded right side. Tommy Berg, the second baseman, up with it. He makes the throw. Oh my goodness, it's back.
No, it's not.
Where are these things coming from?
What the? Here you go. Oh wait, where is it?
What? I'm going clipboard this time. Look out. Maybe not. Oh, geez. It's, he's in the wires. Folks at home, apologies. We're just coming apart. We've got an infestation here in the press box at Metter Park. All right, we're back in the kill zone. How is he not dead? This thing won't die. All right. Yeah. Give me the proven weapon. Carter Rennie, the batter for Moon City. The Wasp is back in the kill zone. Jon Bortz comes set and deals. That's inside. That got him.
Did it get him?
Yeah.
Watch
Oh,
your
jeez.
fingers
Yeah,
there.
I know. I'm being careful.
Did we hit a nest? Did we open a nest or something?
Did we?
Is there a portal to hell in this? It's as hot as it, but I don't think that these devil creatures would take over the whole. Is it still alive?
I don't know. Not anymore.
Get him. We're both.
All right.
It's 2-1 now.
Carter Rennie swings and misses. That evens the count. That's 3 confirmed Wasp kills for Harrison Broadstreet and Rance Berger in the box. Our director, Derek Saiko, just coming apart at the seams over there.
I'm so glad everybody else.
I'm glad you're having a good time, Derek.
We're fighting for our literal lives in here.
Okay, so Barton went down on strikes. Carter Rennie just went down on strikes. And Phillips was a 4-3 ground out. So 3 up, 3 down for Jon Bortz, who's got 6 strikeouts. We've got 3 dead Wasps. Goodness sakes, if that's not excitement, I don't know what is. Back with more in a moment.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters. You. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve, no matter what. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve, no matter what. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve, no matter what. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve, no matter what. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve, no matter what. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve, no matter what. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve, no matter what. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve, no matter what. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve, no matter what. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve, no matter what. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve, no matter what. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve, no matter what. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve, no matter what. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve, no matter what. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve, no matter what. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve, no matter what. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve, no matter what. We from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beetle, when you need justice.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Oh my gosh, Harrison, this has been fun. I don't know if I can ever have you back again.
Yeah, I don't. Is it me? Am I bringing the wasps?
I do not know. Oh my gosh! Well, I hope I just saw what the folks at home were treated to. My goodness.
Yeah, we
Let's put a camera in the press box. They said it'll be fun.
Yeah,
folks want to know what happens behind the scenes.
There's not a lot of documentation of me being scared like that.
Isn't it fun to look back in time at a frightened version of yourself? Not really. There's a call strike to Zach Ralph, who is 1 for 1 on the day. Goodness.
I'm amped up. I'm not even paying attention to the game anymore. I'm just on wasp duty.
Well, listen, it has stabilized into a pretty good duel, I think, between Bortz and Juarez. But Locos'
wouldn't know.
Second trip through the order here. As he misses out to Zach Ralph, it's 2-0. Good gravy.
I'll just stay armed and hopefully
absolutely.
we don't have to.
Don't let that strategic roll of paper get too far away.
All right.
2-1. Juarez hit him in the back.
I bet that stings.
Yeah. You know who didn't get stung? You and me.
Mm-hmm.
So here's Trent Simpson, infield single his first time. Rookie of the Year award winner 2 years back. This is Trent's 3rd year in the GRBL. Went to Missouri Valley College. Not to be confused with the Princeton of the Midwest.
That's what I heard. That's actually, I heard it was closer to the Cornell of the Midwest.
That's not faint praise.
No.
Moval in Marshall. Did you guys play Moval when you were at LaGrange?
We did. We played them a non-conference one time, I believe. Something like that. They came to us, I think.
I admit my NAIA knowledge is a little bit spotty.
Yep, that was, they were one of our, we weren't in the same conference, but we were, very similar in sizes. They were a little bigger.
Ooh. Swing and a miss there as Juarez got Simpson to chase a slider. He's going to step out and think about it. Ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, so the Mavericks have kind of calmed down.
Yes, you have to figure out how to limit the big one. I mean, that is the story of this ball club right now.
Yeah, you give up crooked numbers in the first inning. That's tough to overcome. And he got him.
Yes, indeed. Great pickoff move. Michael Barnes did his part to put the tag down, but that was Joe Juarez helping his own cause there.
It's a good move. That's a perfect time pickoff. Ralph's hopping around just a little bit. Moves over right as Ralph's feet come off the ground. He doesn't have time to get him down and get over. It's a good move. I'm gun shy. They're on the outside of the window.
They are.
And I'm flinching.
They're taunting us now. Base hit up the middle from Trent Simpson goes into center field. So he's 2 for 2 today. And importantly, on for Jared Fox with 1 out.
Got you 1 up right now.
Yeah, he's already got a run batted in to his credit, says Jared Fox. Yeah, had 2 RBIs in the opener for the Locos.
I mean, there's got to be a nest.
There's 3 of them. Yeah.
I mean, there's 5, 6. This is.
We need to go get some spray. Yeah.
Oh, I've got a bunch of this. I'm normally a spray guy, up to 60 feet away. Yeah, that's how that's how I prefer to deal with wasps.
I just usually don't think I need to take it with me to the stadium.
Well,
but yeah, we need to come back with chemistry on our side. There's another
good
pickoff
move.
attempt. Yeah, Simpson, after seeing what happened to Ralph, Maybe shortened his lead a touch. No, he's dancing off, and Simpson goes.
What a good time to do that.
This is going to be...
Run him down.
Yep, Joe Juarez. And smartly on Joe's part, running the ball over there himself. Took a little bit of an indirect route to get to Simpson and apply the tag. That's just heads-up stuff.
Yeah, Trent's a smart enough ball player that he knows whichever way, if that ball were to be thrown from the pitcher, either way he throws, Trent's going back or forth against that throw. So just running right at Trent, that's a good, smart play. And he'll be able to potentially work himself out of this inning again.
2 outs. Pitch to Jared Fox, swung on, grounded left side. Chase Cruz dove. He was able to touch it, but not able to corral it. And Jared Fox reaches safely.
Those are tough hops. There's a lot of different hops this year with how it's spinning, how it's jumping. It plays real different.
Sure, it looks like they went hit on that. Well, no, they haven't. Did they go hit?
That's a tough one. That's one of those in-betweens.
Yes, they did. They went hit.
And
ground ball
right
off
back
the
to
bat
him.
of Rodriguez. Juarez flips to Barnes. That gets him out of the inning. So, still 4-0 the score. Republic Locos lead the Moon City Mavericks. We will go to inning number 4 right after this. It is Grip and Rip Baseball, live and free all day on YouTube. I'd like to say a big thank you to our sponsor, Bank of Missouri.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. That you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Not too much of a surprise here. Top of the 4th, Jon Bortz goes back to the mound for the Republic Locos. So Republic manager Chris Mazey using the 3-inning plus designation on Bortz, who will be allowed to go to the end of the 5th, should he be able to do so, I guess. But from this point forward, Locos will still have to make 2 pitching changes, and any pitcher who comes on look at Sam Hornberger, and then go to the top of the order. So Hornberger, out of Glendale High School in Springfield, Missouri. Went to Missouri State University, did not play baseball, but did get a business management degree. Had a pretty good debut, 2 for 4. And yes, he does work for the Bank of Missouri. Or no, he did work for the Bank of Missouri. He does not anymore. He actually is the one bit of talent that got stolen away from our good friend Tony Lewis. So Hornberger works for Cintas, which we have like 3 Cintas guys in the league. Yeah, so the business of professional and industrial uniforms making a big surge on the old prospects by vocation chart.
Okay. Is it bankers? Is that what outweighs all the other professions?
I think it's teachers by a narrow bit. I think teachers still have a narrow advantage, but finance guys are definitely in the running. Well, there's a lot of financial institutions that operate in Springfield, Missouri. A couple of big ones are headquartered here. Of course, we're Bank of Missouri people because they're big supporters of the GRBL.
Of course.
You can, a little drive around the city. You could put your assets into like 8 different banks if you wanted to. 3-1 pitch up the middle. Bortz knocks it down. His throw across to Andrew Meyer is in time to get the out.
I think for the Mavericks to put themselves in a good position for the end of this game, they're going to need to at least put 1 or 2 up on boards. They're going to have to start getting some guys on, getting them over. They're going to have to start doing some smaller things against them. Maybe seeing some more pitches. They're attacking early here on boards, and it's not really working too well for them right now. So got to change the approach here, getting towards the halfway point of this game.
Chase Cruz struck out his first time up. His second look at Jon Bortz starts off. Well, he checked. All right. 1-0. Another breaking pitch. Looked like he went right back to it and just located it this time. Sometimes you do that as a pitcher when you know you missed with one. You go right back to it just to kind of prove to yourself and everybody.
And then you throw a third.
Slider for a strike. So Jon Bortz fighting back. He is now ahead in this count, 1-2.
And I bet he throws a fourth here.
Why not? And they set Cruz up outside. Actually looked like a heater.
Yep.
So Jon Bortz gets Chase Cruz looking. Bortzy now with 7 Ks in this ball game.
Yeah, I'm not one to say anything. Bortz had my number last week. Bortz got me 3 times last week. So I still don't know what Bortz is throwing.
Well, that's kind of the story of it for the Mavericks right now. Here's Brady Welsh. Let's see if they, they pitched Chase Cruz backward there more or less. Let's see what Bortz starts Welsh with.
Brady Welsh is a dangerous hitter, so you gotta approach him with some caution here.
So Brady Welsh, as a rookie with Nixa in 2021, had 14 hits in 9 games. A little bit slowed down, had missed a couple of games a year ago, so he was 7 for 19 for your Moon City Mavericks, but walked 3 times, got hit by a pitch, had a sac fly, had 7 RBIs to go with those 7 hits. That's pretty good production. Swinging a 2-hopper into the Republic dugout. So we're even again, 1-1. Board sets. Attacked upstairs, and Brady Welsh fouled it back to the net.
Looks like the Locos have made some defensive changes.
So yeah, they got Meyer over there playing first base instead of Rodriguez.
I think, and then they got David at third there.
Yes, indeed. So Brady Welsh puts this one way up there into left center field. Could be trouble, but Zach Ralph is able to haul that in and make the catch. So a 1-2-3 inning for Jon Bortz. Another bagel goes on the board, and the score remains 4-0. Republic Locos lead the Moon City Mavericks. We will head to the bottom of inning number 4 when we come back.
Remanufacturing isn't just a process, it's a legacy. From the seasoned hands of our experts to the eager spirit of the new generation, we bridge the gap by bringing together knowledge and innovation. We are one team with diverse experiences. We are moving toward one goal to ensure our future thrives. We are on one mission to pass down wisdom and embrace the new, ensuring the earth flourishes for generations to come. We are CNH Reman.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
I'm Rance Berger. He's Harrison Broadstreet. Thus far today, we've avoided any trips to the urgent care center, but we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. EpiPens at the ready for all the folks in the chat.
Do you have one near?
I do
just
not.
In case? Okay.
I do not. I'm like, I'm just the sort. If I get hit, I'm not going to be in immediate danger. I'm just.
But you got to go.
It sort of starts the clock, if you will.
Yeah.
Where I'm gonna go need some help. Nothing and 1. That ran in on Caleb Kaufman 1-1. So similar deal here for the Moon City Mavericks, sticking with Joe Juarez. So he will be the 3+ pitcher for City today. As that was a beautiful slider, however, not in the zone, says the man in charge, Jon Bortz. 2-1.
It's a great question that was proposed. Does Rance kill more wasps than the Mavericks score runs this game?
We're gonna have to wait and see. So I've got 2. Broadstreet's got 1. Credit where credit is due.
Yeah, Rance, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was fully prepared to leave you at the beginning of that battle.
You know, this is an interesting run for this partnership so far, but glad you know when to run, right?
Well, but when you handed me the weapon, you brought me in, and that's great leadership, and I could not leave you at that point in time.
Well, thank you. Thank you. So, Juarez got Caleb Kaufman on strikes. This is Andrew Meyer. No, they are not the same person, contrary to what my partner believes.
That's two of those sliders he's not getting out there. Same spot.
That caught the outer half.
It's a very good pitch.
On the black, as they say. That is swung on, sent back. Way out of here. That might be on Fremont Road.
Gosh, if there's a ball that hits this lip here, we're done for.
Yeah, it's a little precarious. That would set off the hive, I think. Here's a grounder right side. Carter Rennie, the second baseman, up with it for City and gets the out. Plenty of time there. Mavericks defensively still as they started the ball game. Barton in left, Emery in center, and Hornberger in right, with Cruz, Welsh, Rennie, and Barnes on the infield. Still Devin Phillips behind the dish. Still Joe Juarez on the mound, and that's a base hit off the bat of Tyler Collison. Out into right field it goes.
It's a good little swing there. Good piece of hitting right there.
Yeah, not a lot of time wasted or motion wasted either.
Yeah, we've got both these teams are being real aggressive right now. Pitchers are throwing a lot of strikes. Hitters are coming out here swinging. So not only is this game flying by, but we've got a lot of action going on.
More balls in play. That was kind of my, I think I even said that on draft day. I think we're going to see more balls in play this year. We're seeing it here in this one. It's Jon Bortz standing in, trying to help his own cause, the Locos pitcher.
It's a great move.
Yeah, I would think after having 2 guys get caught in the previous inning, I mean, you take a 3-step lead and that's it if you're the Locos.
Yeah, I might still be on the bag. I'm not going to give
the old walking lead.
Yeah, works for softball.
Jon Bortz fought that one off foul, and then he's wringing his right hand there. It's Jon Bortz, 43 years old, from Wisconsin La Crosse. Portage, Wisconsin is his hometown. but now resides in Joplin, Missouri.
As a banker.
No, he's not. Jon Bortz is the dog food guy.
The dog food guy. That's
Formerly
right.
the
Yep.
human food guy, now the dog food guy.
Yep.
Because I found out last week your former manager Brock Chaffin got traded. He's now in the human food business for the first time in his career, having worked in pet food logistics. So it was like human food and pet food traded Jon Bortz for Brock Chaffin.
Switching
almost.
back and forth, yeah.
Breaking ball there and a
Pitch.
beauty from Joe Juarez, fighting his way out of inning number 4. So we will go to the 5th with the score locked in. Locos scored 4 in the first, and it has been donuts ever since. 4-0. Republic leads Moon City. Back in a moment.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. The risk of losing your hard-earned money to scams is real, especially the scammers sending out fake communications. And that's why we're talking to our Director of Fraud Mitigation, Corey Gerstenschlager. He's got some good practices to help keep your money safe.
Thank you, Nicole. Yes, often we're seeing that people are being contacted by scammers through text message, phone calls, or emails, posing as legitimate companies or even your bank, trying to persuade you into providing sensitive information like passwords and things of that nature, sometimes even asking you to send them money. If you receive any kind of communication like this and you didn't ask for it, that's a good red flag that it isn't legitimate. So when you have those situations, get an actual number that you trust for that company, call them and verify the accuracy of the information that you're receiving. Good rule of thumb is make sure to check your accounts frequently and report any suspicious activity.
Thanks, Corey. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well.
No surprises here. Jon Bortz back to the hill for the Republic Locos, protecting a 4-0 advantage over the Moon City Mavericks. This will be the 5th and final inning that Bortz is eligible to pitch in this game because of league rules. So after that, Locos will have to make a Henry's Towing pitching change. But for the moment, they're going to try to get Jon Bortz 3 more outs. It'll be Joe Juarez, Michael Barnes, and Tony Lewis this inning for the Space Cowboys. Juarez, the pitcher, walks on. Into that right-handed batter's box he goes. Struck out first time up. Bortz starts the 5th inning with 7 strikeouts to his credit. Breaking ball, dipped below the zone, I guess. 1-0.
Well, it wasn't outside, I'll tell you that much. Do you have a spreadsheet with everybody's job on it, or do you just have these tucked away in the...
You know, hours and hours of research. There's a throw across. Rodriguez over to first in time to Meyer to get the out. No, so we ask the players, to list what their occupations are. Some of you take it more seriously than others, but no, we just found, we started streaming season 3, and we found that it was just kind of a popular thing that the fans like. Yeah. They like to know what everybody's day job is. Some day jobs are more interesting than others, but it's a lot more exciting when I say something other than teacher or banker. I can tell you that. So, it's just a nice little bit of inclusion that the fans enjoy learning about.
Yeah, Mikey Barnes is in his 3rd season as a rodeo clown. It's nice to have these other occupations. You really pick his brain about some certain things.
He's both the right combination of charismatic and tough. That is in the air, center field. Trent Simpson's got a beat on it. Hauls that in and makes the catch. So big one here for the Godfather, Tony Lewis. With the red turfs. Likes to walk back behind where the umpire stands and rub his hands together. Get in there, Tony. Let's go. Lewis out of Drury University. Played professionally in the Can-Am with the Quebec Capitals. They're playing him to pull Those fielders on the right side are deep. Tommy Berg, the second baseman, is in the grass, and the right fielder,
Yeah, I think
Greer,
Tony
is way back. Sorry.
Tony Lewis is one of those guys. You might even do the David Ortiz shift. I'd say you take all your infielders and put them on that right side.
Send everybody over.
I could count on one hand how many balls I've seen Tony hit the other way.
Doesn't happen a lot.
But when you swing it the way Tony swings it, when you can make contact, why try to pull it, or why try to push it the other way?
Swing hard in case you hit it, right? Bortz missed that one, and then it caromed. That was off Fox's glove, and then through the wickets there. 2-1.
And it is nice. It's interesting to see when you shift a player defensively, but then pitch him away from the shift. That's always interesting to see. Now they're going back into it.
Ran that one way in. Lewis got out of the way, and he's going to be awarded first base. Oh.
It's interesting to see when you shift a player defensively, but then pitch him away from the shift. That's always interesting to see. Now they're going back into it.
Ran that one way in.
Every game, and you have more expensive player dues next year. That's a rough outing for you.
Yeah. Well, one thing I like about Bortz, when he does it big.
Yeah.
So 4 2/3, perfect. That is the first base runner he has allowed today, and it comes by way of the hit by pitch. Joe Emery stands in for Moon City, swung on and missed there. So we've seen the perfecto twice. Tyler Abma did it during a game late in the season in 2023. Before that, you have to go all the way back to 2018 when pitchers could max out at just 4 innings, and a left-hander by the name of Ethan Loomis did it. There's another special thing that I'm not going to talk about that has been a little bit more common.
Yep.
But we won't talk about the special thing
I want
unless
to
it
so
happens.
bad. I want to. I've never had this much power over a potential situation of just some words.
Swinging a foul ball back. The old school announcer saying was, when you get into this situation, as we were, it's called dancing with a gorilla. It's like trying to convince a gorilla that you're going to have a nice little waltz just around the ballroom.
Well, I've done that a few times as well.
That seems like something you would have attended in your life. Not easy. The 1-2 pitch to Joe Emery. Swung on. This is in the air. Right field. Greer charging in. That drops in front of him. So Jon Bortz.
Did we dance too much with the gorilla?
I think you dance with the gorilla, you just might
get pummeled.
Get picked up and pummeled. And so Jon Bortz lost the perfecto, and then he loses the no-hitter there.
It's unfortunate.
Little Texas leaguer off the bat of Joe Emery. Comes at a great time for the Moon City Mavericks. I mean, that has to be said. Trailing 4-0. And so now if you're Bortz, you just have to try to end your day on a positive note here against Adam Barton. Golly.
Not trying to worry about that third thing either. Just trying to get it out here.
No. We're done with special things. First base unoccupied for Barton. Bortz hit a slider on the outer half there. Oh gosh.
Well, going back to hitting Tony, you remember what happened to the last guy that hit Tony Lewis, don't you?
I do not.
Exactly.
1-1 for poor Adam Barton.
It's been fun playing with Bortz.
Yeah. Just starting to get to know the guy. Yeah, I have no doubt. Usually, like his wife Christy usually watches on the streams, and then he has 4 sons. That is a base hit for Adam Barton. Mavericks are going to be on the board. Lewis scores. Emery running hard. Yeah, no problem. And Adam Barton drives in 2 runs. He's safe at second. So a 2 RBI single off the bat of Reams, and then he has 4 sons. That is a base hit for Adam Barton. Mavericks are going to be on the board. Lewis scores. Emery running hard. Yeah, no problem. And Adam Barton drives in.
Now they're within easy striking distance and still moving here. Still got a little momentum going.
2 outs and a game-tying run potentially at the plate in Devin Phillips, who's gone to a high Sox thing this week. Got the stirrup socks.
And those are those fancy all-in-one stirrup sock.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about any of it coming apart or falling around. It's probably more comfortable too. It's a good pitch. Maybe not.
This is two experienced dads here. Jon Bortz, like I said, 4 sons. Devin Phillips and his wife Zoe have 7 kids. Well, youngest one is 14 months. It's like, how on earth, how do you even do that?
Well, I mean, he's going to single-handedly replenish our grip and rip pipeline.
We just need to. So all those kids go to Willard, as Devin did. I know they take up. It's like 3 out of 13 spots on the wrestling team. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, Devin was coaching. I was trying to ask him about coaching baseball as that hit him. Oh goodness.
It's amazing to have the energy to come out and play baseball after dealing with
it's like, right, how do you
an NBA team.
Right.
I tip my hat to him. I didn't know he had
if I were him, I'd be asleep right now.
Oh my goodness, I don't even know how he gets out of bed in the morning. From the love of his family, I guess.
Yeah, so he was telling me this past spring he had kids on 4 different baseball or softball teams going at the same time, and he was being recruited to all of those coaching staffs. It's like, how do you do it?
Man, you gotta have a manager. I mean, you gotta have somebody
that's what his wife Zoe is. He'll be the first one to tell you. Is like, you hear the cliche of, like, a mom being the family CEO, but I mean, yeah. The Phillips family, that's a corporation.
Yeah, Phillips LLC out here every weekend.
It's all right. We're having spaghetti tonight. Get in the boardroom. Let's go. 0-1 to Carter Rennie. Flip side of that, Carter just got married this past summer, so he's just
no kidding. Congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely. Carter and his wife Abby. 3rd year in the league. First time for him to be out of Branson Showman purple. Little change of pace.
A lot of new faces, or a lot of new guys in new colors this year.
That's the fun of the draft.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of seeing it.
The 0-2.
It's a good take.
Yes, it is. Goodness.
Carter Rennie's a tough out. He is
is
somebody who's going to scrap and battle for every pitch. So this is, I mean, if you're Bortz, this is the last guy you want up right now, because this is a guy who can potentially make this a brand new ball game.
The 1-2 breaking ball. Yes, he did.
Yep.
So Jon Bortz ends it on a high note. 8 strikeouts for Johnny B. 4 2/3, he was perfect, and then Moon City struck. A hit batsman, a single off the bat of Joe Emery, and then a 2 RBI shot off the bat of Adam Barton. Makes the score 4-2, but credit Jon Bortz, 5 innings, giving up 2 earned runs on 2 hits. So did finish out with a 2-hitter and struck out 8 batters, and I'm sure he would like the 2 runs to not be up there, but you still have to tip the cap to Jon Bortz for pitching a gem. We will be back with the bottom of the 5th.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Workplace injury? You can't afford to be financially set back. In Missouri, our workers' compensation laws are found in Chapter 287 of the Missouri statutes. You need an attorney who knows these laws and has worked with them over the past 25 years to help injured workers. The call is free. The results are exceptional. We've won millions of dollars for our clients over the years. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here.
Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Well, you said it, Harry. Team Bortz and Team Phillips there getting it done rather during the fifth inning kids race. Always popular. You can do that every game in the grip and rip. What is that like as a player? You know, you go out there to, you think you're going to take infield, and all of a sudden it's human NASCAR with about 30 little people.
It's there's a few things. It's hilarious. I love watching it because there's always one or two kids that will either go the wrong way or deviate. Usually Calvin Dreyer's kid.
Yeah.
So it's always great to see Calvin run out there and turn into. It's funny seeing these guys turn into dad mode in the middle of a game. You know,
Right.
we're competing, we're playing, we're boys again, and then their kid runs across the field and they're like, oh crap, I gotta go deal with this.
Pitch to Tommy Berg is down, ball one. So Joe Juarez is going to try to go the max here for Moon City as well. Tommy Berg 1 for 1 on the day.
Joe Juarez at no risk of losing a perfect game or a shutout or anything.
No,
so
that got blown up in the first inning, unfortunately for him. But I will say, credit Joe for settling in. He's put up 3 bagels since then.
Yes, it's been a great job of keeping his team in the game, and making it to where they can, they're in a competitive position now.
4-2 is our score. Locos out in front and batting here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, who is that down there?
I was trying to take a look.
It's a motion I don't recognize.
Tommy Berg goes down on strikes. If my eyes are not deceiving me, that might be Tony Lewis.
See, that's what I was going to say, but I didn't think...
I kid you not.
Well, when you're the... Bortz must be leading next inning off.
So he's going to go in there to face one batter, hit him on the back, and then I see.
Payback.
That'll be the end.
Yeah.
Cannon Greer, the batter here.
Because I don't think you can get ejected from your own league.
I've never seen it before. Cannon Greer with a nice piece. That's into
drive.
center field for a base hit. Cannon's got a fast set of hands. I have always thought that about him, and good reaction time there. Just one of those guys who's like yes, 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 and then got the hands to the baseball. Now Tony Lewis did. I mean, we'll get into the real nitty-gritty if in fact he does come on. And he's warming up with purpose out there. He did pitch professionally in France. Thank goodness for technology. I do have the capability. I have the receipts. I'll be able to tell you all about it.
Great.
But first things first, Joe Juarez and Zach Ralph. Don't want to make light of a tough situation here for Joe, as Ralph 1 for 1 has been on twice today. Juarez stabbing that one.
Get rid of it.
Yep, got the 1. They do not turn 2. I think he was thinking first base up until the ball didn't end up in the mitt, so turned and threw from his knees back to second base to get the lead runner.
That's a good play, getting the lead guy. You are trading some speed now. You put a guy on the bases who can run a little bit better, so now you got a little more to worry about. But you also have already picked this guy off once today.
Yes, you have.
So we'll see if he slows down a little bit. If he plays a little more conservative with 2 outs here, we'll see.
2 outs and a 2 for 2 Trent Simpson walking to the dish. Called strike on the outer half.
Zach did not get his lead off
Yeah,
until the ball was coming home.
He's being exceptionally careful over there. Simpson drives this one into center field. Emery running. He's going to make the catch. Joe Emery making up for the boo-boo earlier in the game, robbing Simpson of 1 there. So Joe Juarez, his outing on the pitcher's mound anyway is done, although I certainly expect he's not done in this one. 4-2 the score remains. Moon City Mavericks trail the Republic Locos. Back with more Grip and Rip baseball right after this.
Support local time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Jocelina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
So Henry's towing first base. If you asked him to